algorithmic trading with Python. This is the first day. We're making it real. We're going to do it. We were working on AI in the previous streams. Now we're going to be working on algorithmic trading. Guess what we're going to build it with? We're going to build it with AI. We're going to be using PyTorch. We're going to be using YFinance to capture the data and to act upon the outcomes. So first, we need to define what our model looks like. What does our data look like? What our inputs look like? What our outputs look like? And then once we've collected all our data, we can train the model, and we could then go further and profit. When do we get profit? I don't know. So we'll see how far we go. We might actually, but probably won't. We probably won't use real. You're like, hey, will this be good enough? Will it be good enough to actually make money? And yeah, that's the plan. You want to be. This has to be a working model that can be successful. That is the idea. And so we could go a couple of approaches. We can go like a reinforcement training model. We could go more, there's several approaches that we could go. I guess supervised learning. We could do the supervised learning or reinforcement, or sort of like a little mix of the two. You might as well. Did you know you can train a model more than once, right? You could train it on some supervised learning, and then you can do a reinforcement learning after or before you could do it. You can mix it up and do a whole bunch of different ways. We're going to try it out. We're going to try different approaches. That's the plan. So what are we going to do here? What we need to do is define our inputs and outputs. Okay, so we need to define our inputs and outputs. Inputs, here we go. Hold on. Inputs and outputs. All right. So first will be our inputs. And I have an idea for this. I have an idea. So we do need the historical data, but we want to go further, and we want to say news headlines. Yes, news headlines. We don't need the sentiment because we're going to be doing something special. We're going to be trying something. Hey, Quantified Quantum, how's it going? Welcome on in. We're starting the algorithmic trading with Python for the first time. We're going to see it. I've been building these tools, and I've done them successfully in the past. Even gone and done, what do you call it? Arbitrage, which was all consuming. Well, beware, be warned. This is one of the things that you got to worry about. Is once you start doing this and you start getting kind of good at it, and you get a little taste, even if you make 2 pennies or 3 pennies, maybe even 1 penny, it becomes everything. It totally takes over. So in order to prevent falling into that, I will probably just be working on just the algorithm. Here's the great part. We have all the historical data. We have everything that we need from a historical perspective. So we don't need the sentiment, but we need the news headlines, and then the sentiment will be derived. Sentiment will be derived from the title, but by how we're doing embedding. That's how we're going to do it. That's the plan. Outputs will be buying indicators. Let me find it. Okay, cool. Thanks. Buy, sell, hold signals. Oh, that's it. That's exactly what we're going to do here. We're going to do that. So we've got our inputs and outputs. We're going to have a signal. We're going to keep this really, I was thinking about this morning. I'm like, what are we going to do? How are we going to build our trading algorithm? What is that going to look like? We want it to be, we could have a whole bunch of different outputs, a whole bunch of signals and signs on how the model will give us instructions on what to do next. And I was thinking, well, we could do binary, like buy and sell, but what if there's a moment where we don't want to buy or sell? Maybe we want to be holding, right? And so I was thinking that we can have like a tri-state. It'd be a tri-state. We are going to define our model. So let's do our model. Model design. Actually, this is our input data. So this is our input data, outputs. So we are going to grab the historical price. We're going to be doing this with BTC. So our target symbol. Symbol is going to be BTC-USD. You got it. There we go. Well, we're just going to try this. We're going to start with this and see if the algorithm works. So we're going to grab the data. We're going to format the data. And then we're going to embed the data. And then we're going to take that and throw it through a transformer. And then the output of the transformer will be a tri-state, or almost like a buy, sell, hold on a single output parameter. I'm really excited. And what tools are you going to use? So we'll be using PyTorch. And then we'll be using the Gemma embedding model. So that way it can capture automatically for us the sentiment analysis without us having to do that. So it's going to, and we'll also be able to embed the prices, the stock prices as well. And we'll have full self-attention. It's going to be great. I think this is going to be one of the coolest models. And then we want different kinds of training. Training will be both. Yeah, we'll be trying both of these approaches. So this is what we're looking at here. So I think we've just defined what our model is going to look like and what our data looks like here on the screen. I think we did it. I think already within 10 minutes. We'll be using Gemma, probably NumPy, maybe not Pandas, maybe scikit-learn, and then we will be using YFinance. There we go for the data source. PyTorch, Gemma, and YFinance. Those are the libraries we'll be using for our model. To get the market data, to train our model, we're going to be doing that here. We'll be using YFinance, which is a Python library that I actually have here. So you can do that. So you just, so you go like this, Python, and you say import YFinance as YF. And then you say, then you get your ticker, right? You say equals YF dot, ticker. And then you say, BTC-USD, right? Because we're gonna do Bitcoin. And you say BTC, and you got right that. And then I say, what is it? We have to see dir. We'll go directory here. Let me bring that back up here. Bring that back up. Okay, there. So I can see all the different options that are available. Because what we want are history. We want the history, I think. So let's go history. Is that here? It is. Okay. So we have the history command, price history, earnings history. There's a whole bunch of different history commands. I think just history is good. So btc.history. Let's see what happens. We'll grab that. And then here we go. Price. Okay, perfect. Okay. So here's the price history of BTC. And you can do it for any symbol. You could do it for like Apple or Google or I guess Alphabet, right? Or Space, or was it Tesla? You could do Tesla. And then you can see all these different prices and their histories. And what we can do is that's where our training data comes in. But that's not the full breadth of our training data. We want more training data than that. We're going to get the historical price data and the news headlines as well. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to do that. That's going to be great. I'm really excited for it. Let's get into it. So we've already, at the beginning of the stream, we filled out our file. So we've got our file here. Let's go get status to see. So we got a readme, get add here, get status, get commit-am. We defined our rules, and data model. There we go. We're good to go. We did that. Let me open source this so we all have it. This is just day one. This is just day one of algorithmic trading. So it's going to take I think it's going to take many days to be to a point where we get exactly where we want to get. Because we still have to collect our data, we have to format our data, and then we need to store the data in a way that's retrievable for training, and then we need to be able to use new data. We need to collect new data from a data source, and then use it to predict to see if we can profit or not. To see if we can profit. I'm driving Arc. Oh, excellent, Arc Linux since 5 months, but never tried NeoVim or Vim. Do you recommend I try? So we've got our plan. We've got our libraries. Now let's explore the data. Let's do some data exploration. We need to learn the data, you guys. We need to learn. We need to see what the data is. Do you post to GitHub somewhere? Yes, we're going to do it. We're going to do that. Let's do that right now. Let's open this up, and we'll go into GitHub over here. I will create a new repository. Here we go. We're going to make a new repository, everyone. Let's post that over here. We will be that one. We'll go over here. This is going to be called Algorithmic Trading AI. Python. Yes, there we go. Python. Okay. So why not try an API or live web search? Let's see here. Check this out. There is a web socket. So you can get some live data straight from YFinance. So you can do that right here. Right here, look. So this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be pulling live data from finance systems, right? BTC-USD. We're going to grab the BTC-USD. and then we're going to be using that as a trigger. But for the training data, we don't need to go straight into the WebSocket. We need the training data first. So we're going to collect historical data, and then we're going to format the data in a way that has meaningful correlation coefficient across titles of news articles. We will be embedding using the most powerful open source embedding model that's available to us today, called Gemma embedding. I believe it's called Gemma embedding. It's brand new and it's going to work really well. MPL could also be useful here. Matplotlib. Oh, we should do Matplotlib. For this project, you use native modules of your own. Yes, for the most part, we will be using we'll be using open source frameworks, right? We're going to be using PyTorch, which is the premier AI module, right, for Python. But it's also libtorch, which is written in C by Meta or Facebook, and it's what drives and powers OpenAI, right? We're going to be using the same framework that the ChatGPT uses. We'll be using the same technology that ChatGPT uses. Which LLM are you using? We will be building our own LLM, but it won't be the same kind of LLM, but it will be a kind of LLM. So we will be using, thank you for the likes, you guys. We will be using a transformer, and we'll be using an embedding. This based on real-time stream? Yes. Yes, it is. It'll be based on real-time stream. We will be grabbing the real-time stream here, and we'll be subscribing and listening for updates in real time. I'm actually really excited about this. I'm really excited. Oh, hey, neat. Look at that. We'll see in async mode. We probably don't need to do async mode, but we have it just in case. So yes is the answer. Let's see here. Jumping back. Should make JSON chunks in which it stores in a vector DB. We don't have, okay, so we could. So here's the deal. We probably should. So we are going to be using the Gemma embedding, and we probably should store the vectors, right? We should store the vectors on disk, but we don't need to put them in a database because we're not going to be doing any similarity search. We're just going to be doing it for training purposes. Just for training purposes, why not make an agent in which it gets the info for you? We could do that, but we already have the data in the format that we need. The data here in the format. So here, check this out. I think we could also get news, right? News. Let's see. News list object is not called news. Is that a thing? Here it is. Okay. So you see here we've got the news as well. So we've got all the data we want. There's no need to go any crazy. So let's see here. News equals. So we could say, I think it's in title. I think it's title for in news, like that. Let's see. Is that their title? It's not in there. So let's see here. Let me double check. Oh, it might not be called title. What is it called? Where is it? Let's look here. Here it is. Title. Where are we doing? It is title. ID. I'm seeing it right here. Maybe it's something different though. Maybe it's something different. Here we go. ID for in. It looked ID content. Oh, do we have to do content? Story. Oh, so we have to do content. Okay. So we'll say content like this. Okay, looks good. And we can say title like this. Title. Excellent. There we go. So we've got all the stuff we need. We've got all the data we need. Look at that right there on the screen. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. What do you think about AI ML? That's what we're going to do, David. We're going to be using artificial intelligence to write our own trading algorithm. We're going to make our own trading algorithm, and we're going to open source it. Chat, you're going to help me write this trading algorithm. Together, collectively, we're going to make a really good trading algorithm, and we can all use it, and it can be profitable. By the way, Python is the easiest one. Text stories, Python is the best one, in my opinion, not only because of the specific reason you just mentioned, text stories, 12E, text stories 12e, Python is the easiest. And actually, that's what makes it amazing, even for professionals. Because the code footprint is all technical debt. That landscape or the surface area where your code is written becomes technical debt. If you can reduce that debt, you have a much better chance of being successful. Why not with Rust? Oh, because we don't need to be that fast. Because most of the code logic is going to be done pretty quick. It's going to be happening pretty quick, and it's being done in C, actually. So See, we've got our embedding in our transformers will be written in C, but we're just using Python to guide where the data flows. So we're technically using C behind the scenes. Well, C++ actually. It's actually C++. So we would be doing Rust, but Python is a better situation for this because it's clean, simple, easy to understand. Are you building a crypto trader? Yes, we are. Tech Stories. Well, it's a trader that can be any kind of symbol. So it could also work for Apple or Tesla, right? It could work for any of these. It could work. We could train on any of these. But Bitcoin's fun. I think Bitcoin will be fun because it's volatile. This is actually one of the important things. We're going to be training a model that works best for a volatile. We want to do volatile market because we want to do day trading. We want to be able to place buys and sells, right, for trading, and we want to be able to submit those to target profit within the same day. We want short-term capital gains. We're going to do short-term capital gains. That's what we want. So we want our input data format. Let's do this really quick. What about user interface? It's going to be just the terminal output. We might be doing a little bit of matplotlib to make things pretty. We might do some matplotlib. Input data format. So I want it to be so what do we want? I want it to be list of not what you see on screen right now. We want it to be different. List of prices and list of headlines. Okay, this is it exactly. So it's going to be like this. So this is what the data format looks like. So let's see. Let's just do like this 10, like 11, 12, or let's do 14. Maybe it goes down to not 8, right? So like say it jumps like up and down like this. There's a whole bunch of prices. And then we'll have a headline that says, let's actually jump over. Here's a headline here. Let's do it. Let's copy this headline. What is Bitcoin and how does it work? See, that's not really a good sector update. Financial sector stocks rise. Perfect. This is it right here. This is what we want to see right here. Copy that. And then you do like this. Okay. So here we go. So we do stock prices and we're going to order it by date. So it'll be date sorted. So it'll be sorted by date. See, I don't know what we'll do descending. There we go. Descending. Ordered by date descending. And so you've got your prices here like that. We'll do prices, stock prices, like comma. Nope. Yes. Yep. Okay. So it looks something like this. So you've got your prices. Actually, we'll probably do prices like that, and we'll do headline, something like that. So then we can label it prices. There we go. Label it like that. Period. Looks good. We're looking good. And so it'll be like this. So basically a bunch of stuff that's like this. And so this will be the input data. This is our input data format. I think this will be neat because then we'll use the Gemma embedding to create intentional meanings across it. And then we don't have to build our own natural language processor. We won't have to do any NLP for sentiment analysis. We'll be good to go. How will we be getting real-time data using our model? Using APIs, web scraping, or something else? Okay, Dash, we will be using this right here. Where is it? Here we go. No. Yeah, here we go. We'll be using this code right here. So we'll be grabbing live data. So first we need to train our model on historical data. And then we'll be able to pull live data using this code right here using YFinance. We'll be able to be using YFinance, you guys. Now I should be able to reload. And we have, all right. Now we've got the beginning. We've got the beginning of our AI model. We've got the data. We've got the libraries we're going to be using. We've got the data format. We've got the data. We haven't defined the output yet. We need to define the output. Do you use a database to store whole historical data or just call an API to train your model? Okay, Zach Smith will probably be doing a database. We might use SQLite. Or we might use text files. I'm thinking maybe text files. What are we doing now? Razorstone 3088. We're building our own algorithmic trading model with Python. That's what we're building. We've defined what we got to do now is now that we've got our algorithm defined, let's define our output. Will you be selling this after all? Back testing. It's free. Free forever. Free forever. Party popper. There we go. Free forever. And we will be testing it. Yes. We'll training training and testing for free. There we go. Can this be used on Indian stock market? Yes, you can. So you have Deadpool I8K. Yes, you're right. You're totally right. So what we need to do is we need to make sure we're targeting a volatile market. So you see how the price keeps going up and down, and it kind of stays about the same price, but it goes up and down, up and down. That's what we want. This is what that trade that's going to work on. This will not work for any other kinds of trade. So day trading, it's one of the challenges in day trading is you need to make sure you have a volatile market. I know I'm repeating that, but that's a really critical item, because if you do not have that, if you don't have that, then it's just not going to work. Then it won't work. So for example, you can see here, there's a lot of ups and downs. Perfect. This is what we want to see. We want to see that. That looks great. I love that. It is fantastic. The perfect time to do day trading. It's the perfect time. And so only the times when you lose money, or you don't do it right, is when you have big swings up and we did it. We added the warning. Use this code, use at your own risk. This code may lose your money. There we go. Disclaimer added. Git add disclaimer. Wait, there we go. Git commit dash. There we go. Added disclaimer. There we go. There, disclaimer added. Good idea. Good idea. So now our disclaimer is here. We got our disclaimer. Look, here we go. Warning, use it at your own risk. You may lose money. Be careful. All right, so we added disclaimer. Let's see here. Trading, yes. Is this usable right now? From your GitHub. Text stories, it will be. So in a few weeks, it will be. We need to do some annotations really quick. All right, so you see how there's volatility right here? This is good. That's profit. That's good. But right here, that's danger zone. This is where we'll lose money. We don't want to do that. We don't want to lose money there. So that's danger zone. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. Zoom in a little bit so you can see better. So, let's see here. Can I undo that? All right. So profit right here. Profit right here. There might be some more profit over here. There's a smidge of profit right here, right? But whenever these like something like that happens, or something like this happens, this algorithm will lose money. So we can minimize our losses by sort of analyzing to see if this will happen, or we can adjust the algorithm to try to profit on this scenario. But the problem is, in order to profit on this kind of scale of a jump up, you would have to sell over here, which is days later or months later, right? That's many months later. So you can see this doesn't happen very often. It only happens like 1 or 2 times a month. So they're not things that we need to worry about. So we only care about these segments right here where we can profit. Like we can profit right here. We can profit right here. And then maybe profit a little bit right here too, right? So maybe a smidge right here. Just not on the big spikes or drops. Not on the really big ones. So that's where our algorithm is going to be profitable. That's the plan, all right? So let's save this. Let's save that. Okay. My first time here, Spicy Chip 12. Right now, you're coding a new project? Yes, we're coding a new project, you guys. Brand new project. And it will be day trading. We're going to do algorithmic trading. We're doing our own algorithmic trading, everyone. And it's going to be profitable. That's the plan. We're going to build some profit. That's what we're going to do. I'm actually really excited. This is something. All right, so let's see here. Okay, so we got our input, output. So we've got our design. Now our output data. Let's define our output data. Let's see. Output data format. It's going to be buy, sell, hold, represented as -1, 0 to 1. Here we go. That's what it's going to look like. So that's what the output's going to look like. So 0 will be hold. Negative 1 will be sell. We'll say -1 is sell. And then buy will be +1. So there we go. So we'll switch these around. Oh, no, we switch them like this. Let's do them like this. There we go. So sell will be -1. Hold will be 0. Buy, so we'll type this down. Sell equals -1. There we go. So this is what our output data will look like. Like building algorithmic trading with AI. We're going to do it all on our own. Well, not really. We're going to use help with AI. We are going to use help with AI. Thank you for the likes, you guys. Can you show and explain how you scrape from YFinance? It's really straightforward. So we've got you just here. It's actually really easy. So see here on the screen. So what you do is you import YFinance. Then you type in your ticker that you want to see, and now you've got all the data that you want from your ticker. You've got BTC.history. history, btc.history, like that, which is a method. And then and see, now you get a whole bunch of historical prices. And you can see here, it looks like it's on a day basis, but we want to get data like maybe on a minute basis, maybe. Yeah, we want a minute basis. We want the minutes basis value, maybe. We'll think about that. We'll think about it. Can you show how and explain? Okay, that's what we're doing. So that's through Wi-Fi. Thank you for the likes, you guys. So that'll be that data, but you can also get the news, which is what we want. And you just say btc.news like this. So now you've got all the news data. And you can also get historical news data, which is what we're going to pull in a minute. So we're going to try to pull that data and we're going to put it into a file. So actually that's what we should do, because I think we've defined everything. Didn't we define everything? Didn't we get all of it? I think we got all of it. I think we've defined our objective and all we have to do is start pulling in data. Let's do that. Okay, so that'll be one of the last things that we do here on today's stream, because we've been live for almost 2 hours and I got to get going pretty soon. Hey, Don Cardle, have you taken a subscription of the YFinance? I did try scraping it through me errors. Can you show the URL where you're scraping, please? We just use YFinance. You just use YFinance directly, which is a free library. Here you go. Just do YFinance. You click home. Pip install YFinance, and then you can grab the ticker data. There you go. And then you can get the history. Right, so we'll do period, we'll do like maybe hourly or minute or something like that. And then we can pull the ticker data. And then you can also pull information about the ticker. So it's really like this. So here, I'll put this in our Discord. I'll put it in our Discord channel here. So we're using YFinance Python package. Here we go. Python like that, looks like that. There you go, YFinance Python package. Boom, we did it. We did it, you guys. When to sell, when to buy. Yes. Okay. We do need to set that. Okay. Have you tried connecting directly on the broker to see how it performs? Oh, I see what you're describing. Yes, I have before in the past, but I want to stay away from it because it's dangerous. I tried the news headline data, not the stock data. Do you have idea about that? Yes, John Mohan. Yes, we want that. And the stock data too. You can get the stock data. So let's actually grab that. Okay. Let's grab that as well. So we've got our BTC, right? We got BTC, DIR, BTC. You've got all these methods that are available to you. So you've got like maybe it's like for price. Is it price? You get price history. You can get price history, but do you also have quotes? See QUOTE, right? You got quote. Nah, I think just price history, price, right? So where is that? I think it's just price history. But what we can do is, it's actually going to be, where is it? Info calendar quarter. Where is it? There's more data. There's more data here. Funds data, download, period, info, tickers, data, options. I'm just reading through this real quick. I know there's a way to get the prices. We just did it. Is it? Oh, dot history. Okay. So dot history is going to get you history, which you can pull more granular data as well. Is it instantaneous data? It can be. So if you do the WebSocket, it will be instantaneous. It will be instantaneous. But you know what? If you're going to be using data from a broker, you can get more real-time data, because this only gives you data, I believe, once a minute. I believe this is once a minute, but this is totally fine. This is totally fine, because these won't be necessarily the trading indicator signals. They're going to be augmenting the trading indication, but the main trading indication that we're going to be using is the sentiment of the news. It sounds really simple, but it does work. It sounds super simple, but it works really well. I downloaded your bot. How do I use it? It's not ready. We haven't even built it yet. So there's a lot to do still. Will you be working on it off stream too? The idea is to be working on it while on stream. Only while on pc.history. And this will be our training data here. So you can see it's our training data. We'll be using this to train our model on history, but we'll also be doing it on the news data. So you can see the news headlines here. See here, like that. So you can see all the news headlines. And so you can see like there's positive and negative sentiments, and we can also grab like the post time. I think it was title. Let's see here. There is a time where it was posted. How do you find this content? We'll be looking through it. There's like pub date. Here you go. Here's the published date. So we'll be grabbing this, and this will be our indicator. Yep, you just mentioned sentiment of news. That's it. My question was how to scrape news headlines from YFinance. So you're seeing on the screen a whole bunch of headlines. A lot of headlines. So we'll be using this to grab, and then you can also use a search. So there is a search. So I think it's called yf.search, like this, and you could do BTC-USD like that, I think. And then, oh wait, maybe it's lowercase search. No, it is uppercase search. Okay. And then result equals that. And then let's see this here, dir result. There we go. Query quotes response. Oh, dot response. Okay. So result dot response maybe. Result dot response. There you go. And so there's the live data here. Here's the live data. So there you go. We've scraped it. There's the scraped data. You got it now. You've got the answer. Now you can build your own as well. You can build it along with us. That's how to scrape the data. How are you planning to understand and predict how to be specific stock may perform, since it will be able to hold and sell and buy? Yeah, so we have to do more things. So we're gonna do a little bit of supervised learning, where we will provide when to buy and sell. We could also do reinforcement learning, where we take the data. We'll take the data from the market, and then we will have our own debit and credit account, like in a SQL database. And we can have the model try to buy and sell, and it will learn how to make profit all on its own. So that's another way we can do it. We can do reinforcement learning and just create like the rules of the game and create our own dedicated private debit and credit. So that way we can hold stock, and we can hold fiat currency, and then we can hold the trades between the two, and then we can see how it can win and learn over time. Hey, what sort of AI model are we thinking about trading? So yeah, so it'll be, we'll probably be doing, what is it called? We'll be doing, we'll start with supervised learning. I think we'll start with supervised learning. So we need to find a couple things. Buy, sell, hold, but the indication of buy. Okay, can you recap quickly? Yeah, so we are building an algorithmic trading AI, algorithmic trading AI with Python. We are targeting volatile markets, so that way we can do day trading and profit on the same day. We're going to be using these libraries: YFinance for the data, some visualizations with matplotlib, PyTorch for the transformer model, and then we'll be using Gemma as the embedding. And then we have some support libraries here. We will be targeting symbols that have high volatility. So these symbols have high volatility. I think we'll be good with these symbols. And then will be input data, will be historical price data and news headlines. We won't need the sentiment directly because we'll be using the Gemma embedding model, which will do that for us. And then our output will be buy, sell, hold. So here we'll do this, but it goes the other way. Like, thank you for the likes, you guys. So we will do it like this. Okay. Sell, hold, or buy. And it looks like this. So this is the output format. The input format looks like this. So actually what I could do is I need to put this into pretty, make it pretty. There we go. And that's kind of like the format. So let's do like this, like that. So price and headline. So like this, price list and headlines like that. And it's going to be ordered by date. It'll be ordered like by date. Let's see, Y paste. All right, cool. So sorted by date descending like that. There we go. That's the plan. That's what we're going to do. And I think it'll work pretty nicely. We do have another algorithm, though, that we did write previously about 11 months ago. You can see here on the screen, 11 months ago, we wrote this. So about a year ago. And we can also take a look at this one. This one is a little bit different. It does use a transformer, but it doesn't use an embedding. It uses a standard scaler instead. It uses a standard scaler. So we could use that approach as well, but we're going to try with the embedding. I think that'll be a lot more fun. What about XAU-USD, though? I don't know about that one. Let's actually find out. I don't even know if that's available. Let's find out. Let's see if it's available for our results. Let's see. Go ticker. Where's our ticker? All right. We'll call this. What'd you call it? XAU. What is that? What is this? XAU. We got to get going here pretty soon though. XAU dot history. Let's see here. Oh, it's not available. Okay, so we don't have that one. I guess we don't have that one. So we'll have to do something different. We'll have to use different tickers. It might be a different ticker. It might be a different ticker ID. So for gold, let's see. It might be this. Here we go. XAU dot history. It's there, but it doesn't have a history. Interesting. What is the gold here? Gold stock symbol. What is that? Oh, it's different. It's different on each of the exchanges. It's different. YFinance. Here we go. It looks like it is GC. Is this what it is? GC equals F. Gold. Okay. It looks like it's this one. The data. We got it. Is it volatile enough? 41816954. It looks kind of volatile. It looks a little volatile. We can try it. You guys. But does it have enough news? Maybe. All right. Okay. We might be able to do it. It is? Okay. So we can add that one as well. We'll add that one as well. It is up here. Dash like this. Gold. Oh, gold futures. Well, I guess we could do futures. But basically, because it's not directly gold, I guess it's the futures of the gold. I don't know. We'll train the model on it as well. We're going to start with this one, though. We're going to start with BTC-USD. We'll start with BTC-USD. Okay, so what are the triggers? What are the limits? Okay, limit, triggers, indications. So I'm thinking we need to do it based on the average, like up and down cycle. So if we're gonna do it like that, so if we look at our, let's see where to go. Let's see here. Target profit. See, let me double check this. What it's called? Target profit. Yep. Target profit. Looks good. So this is where our target. This is where we're going to target our profit centers when it's volatile like this. But we want more. So here, let's grab some data, and then I have to go. So we'll end stream when we've downloaded some data. So we've got our prices and our outputs, average up and down cycles. I was also thinking of doing SMTH like this. That sounds like a good idea. Because here we got our input data, and then we've got our indication. We're gonna keep it simple: buy, sell, or hold. Looks like the simple items. So we need a threshold. The limit. That's what we want to describe. So let's say maybe like 1% limit. 1% limit triggers. So $100. We want to gain $1. We'd need it would have to be gain $1 of $1, right? So that would be 101 would be the limit to trigger. So I think that's a good indicator of buy or sell or hold. So if it's less than, if it grows by 1%, but we also want to add a time window. We need to add a time window. Time window is maybe 30 minutes, right? We want to do a 30-minute time window. Or maybe a 5-minute time window. I'm not sure. Maybe we can do 10-minute. So a future. So what we do is, here's how we train the model. We get all of our data, and then we look 10 minutes into the future with our training data, right? And then we'll see where the price is. And then we'll see where the price is based on the current moment of, right, the last update of the price at the current moment, and then the price 10 minutes in the future, and we'll compare, and we'll see whether we need to buy, sell, or hold. I think that's the plan. Triggers, limit, indications. Time window, 10 minutes. We'll do 10-minute window. And then we can trigger. And we can do sliding scale on that, right? We'll do sliding scale. And then we'll train the model based on that. So first thing we need to do now, what are we making? Dean, what are we making? An algorithmic trading AI with Python. That's what we're making. We've got all our libraries. We've got everything defined. We've got our targets. We've got our volatility. Everything's defined for us. The moments that we're going to profit are circled in magenta. So that's the idea. Would be cool to see it running in N8N with Telegram integration. Oh, we could. That could also be another thing to do. We will start by downloading some of the data. Let's get some historical data. All right. Let's grab some historical data, and then we will save that. Let's see here. We need to create a script that will do that for us. Okay. Touch download historical training data. I know it's a big file name. .py. There we go. Now, if you read that name right here on screen, if you read that, it's like right here, you'd be like, oh, I know what that file does. I know what that file does. Download historical training data. There we go. Thank you for the likes, you guys. Will this be open for everyone? You got it. It is open. It is open. It's linked on our Discord channel. Thank you for all the likes, you guys. Join our Discord channel, and you will get access to the code. You'll get access to the code. It'll be free forever. Free forever. And then you can use it as reference for any of the other algorithms that you may want to build in the future. We're wrapping up here. We need to do just a little bit of download the data. So import YFinance as YF. And then we will download BTC-USD historical data, and we'll do minute resolution for the last 60 days. Here we go. 1 minute. Perfect. Okay. Data.csv. Perfect. All right. Let's see if that works. Let's see if that works. Is that it? Is that all we had to do? Wait, it can't be that easy, is it? Do you think it's that easy? Python download. All right. Wait. Possible delisted. Wait, did we type right? BTC-USD. Wait. Buy BTC. Did it work? No, it didn't work. Okay. Why didn't it work? Something didn't work right. Okay. What is the thing? We got something wrong. We missed something up. Price is missing error. Possibly delisted price. Period 60 days. Oh, it's got to be 1. Okay, so here we got to change that. Instead of 60, maybe do 1M. Maybe 1M. Is it 1M like that? Is that how it works? No. All right, we'll fix it. We'll make it work. Long time no see. Hey, Pichu. Good to see you. Yo, bro, what's up? We're building a trading algorithm. Now you making money. We're going to try. Yo. Hey, explore the web. You got it. BTC/USD. It could be. I'm pretty sure this is the right one because we got the right data. We need to download history. Let's see here. Let's go to our reference here. Download period equals 1. Oh, I see right here. 1MO. Here we go. That's what the problem is. We got it. The period wrong. It's got to be. Oh, you got to put an O there, right? Mo, like a month. Oh, we did it. Maybe. Let's see if it works now. No, still not happy. Wait, let's double check. Buy BTC. No. Okay. What is wrong here? We'll figure this out. Don't worry. I had it working before. We can have it working again. How much is the API? It's free. Because it's public data. How I will follow and will build my bot alongside you. Sounds so cool. Explore the web. Good idea. Great idea. Guys, like the video. Thank you so much for the likes. Awesome. I think so. I'm really excited about it. So we've got one last task to do, and then we have to end stream, and that is to get our data download to work. Why is it not downloading? Oh, maybe the interval is a problem. Let's see, 1 month. UPS download. See if that works. Let's see if that works. Python. That looked like it worked. There we go. So maybe it was the period that was wrong. 1 hour. Maybe we can do hour. Maybe do hourly. Okay, so hourly works, but minute does not. Maybe you have to do that. Oh, 1M intervals. 1M, 2M, 5M. Okay. 1M. Let's see that. Let's see if we can get that. See, it doesn't have that for that. So maybe we can do 5M. Maybe 5M is available to us. It is. We got 5M, you guys. We did it. Will it continuously update the data it makes predictions on? Yes, Dean, we have to do that because time shifts and things like that. We need to periodically update the model with new data or completely retrain the model from scratch. So it depends on the scenario. I'll be happy with 1% if there were no transaction fees on blockchain. You could totally do that. There are some exchanges that allow you to do free. Today's profit. Oh, 0, because we haven't built the algorithm yet. We designed the algorithm. So today we successfully designed the algorithm. So this is what we are designing the algorithm on. So if we can profit on 1%, the model will get rewarded. The model will be rewarded with 1% gain, right? Or we could also limit on 2% gain, but let's start with 1%. So if the price of the stock is $100 and it gains by $1 and it's $101, we'll sell and gain $1. So we'll gain 1%. There you go. So that's the plan. We'll be doing it on 5 minutes because we can get the 5 minute. We just downloaded the data for 5 minutes. So here we go. So here we go. Check this out. Look at all the, so we got the data. We did it. We did it, you guys. Look, we got a whole month of data every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes. Look at all of it. Look at all the data. We can train our AI on this and be successful. We can just on this alone. In fact, I have another repository that only uses this data and it doesn't use news data as well. So I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited, and I'm just holding down the button on the keyboard so you can see all the data show up there. It's the plan. I mean, you kind of got the idea. So we've got it here. We got it on screen. We've got all the data. How much data? Wow, 86,000 lines to train on. That's a lot of data. So we'll be grabbing just this. So what's it called? The close. Wait, well, it depends. We'll be doing the open for the training, but the output will be the close. We'll grab the close on the output for the 5 minutes to target. Every 5 minutes, we'll target that. There we go, you guys. That's the plan. So we've got our data. We also need to download the news data. We need the news data as well. We need news. How do we download the news data? Can you share the link to the repository? Yes, it is in our Discord channel. There's the repository link. Algorithmic Trading AI Python is what we're calling it. Will there be training in Google Colab? We will be using our own IDE with Vim. We'll be using Vim directly as the IDE, and then we will be running the code directly. So here's like there's the output data, and then we've got our editor. So by download. So here's our editor. Look, there we go. We've downloaded data, but we also need to download the news. Let's download the news. Download news for BTC-USD from Yahoo Finance. We got the news. Okay. Can we get let's see if we can get for last 60 days. Okay. Is that going to work? I don't know if it is right here and it's nice and pretty. It's red. Shows up my terminal's red. So you say Python download. All right. We got to spell Python correctly. There we go. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. So we got BTC news and we got BTC historical data. All right. So we almost have it all. And then we're good to go. Which OS? Linux distro. This is Mac OS. This is Mac OS. Why not use PyCharm? Because this is my preferred happiness. Here's the deal. When you're choosing an IDE or open up the BTC news here. Let's see. BTC-USD news. What does this look like? Oh, is this it? Oh, this is just a short. This is not enough news to process it better. This is not enough news. Where is the building a algorithmic trading is what we're doing. We're doing algorithmic trading, but we're getting started. We got our data, and we've got our model. We've got everything defined. We've got it all defined, but we just need a bit more news data. How do you enable the autocomplete and buy? This is called Copilot. So it's called Copilot. So autocomplete via Copilot. There you go. Copilot, or actually in this case it's GitHub Copilot. GitHub Copilot is the answer. GitHub Copilot. Here we go. Just that's what it is. GitHub Copilot. There you go. There you go. Yo, what's up? Potish. or Potishot8203. Welcome on in, man. You are goated. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We're gonna build it. We're gonna make it real. I'm so excited for this, you guys. We do got to get going. It looks like we got some of our data, but not all of the data. I'm gonna go ahead and commit this to Git here. Git status, Git add all, Git commit -am. We want to say added training data. However, news data is not enough. Need more historical data. I know we can do this. I know we can do it, but we will have to do this on the next stream. We'll be live tomorrow to talk about more algorithmic trading. We will be writing some of the initial algorithm tomorrow with PyTorch and the Gemma. Then which GPU are you using? Cloud or A series? Oh, okay. GPU. We might be using our embedded GPU in our computer, in our laptop. So the good news is we don't need a lot of GPU memory. So this will work on basically almost every system. It could even work on your phone. You might have enough GPU memory on your phone. You'll be successful there.